Yo. Okay, we better. Okay. We're back.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back.
We are back.
So, what I wanted to talk about, one, Marcus Smart said that this was not, it was a couple months ago. So I'm not like saying that he was given like bulletin board material. He came back and said that when they lost to LeBron and the Cavs, when they were up 3-2 and they lost a game 7 at home, he said he believed that they would have beat the Warriors that year. Which again, we're gonna get into that. I know. It's funny. That's why the clip is going viral. And then two, Draymond Green today. I don't know if you saw that. He goes, "Nobody has ever beat us when we were whole. No one has ever beat us. Even when we lost in 16, I got suspended for game 5." And then he goes, I got suspended for game 5. And then he goes, obviously in whatever, 18, 19, he goes, everybody was hurt. Nobody has ever beat us whole. And I just find both statements from like relatively intelligent, smart players to be two of the most idiotic things that my guys have ever said.
Draymond is definitely a smarter guy than that. Because number one, first of all, you had 3 games to win 1, and 2 of those 3 games were
Thank you. You were there for 6 of the 7 games, bro. You were there for 6 of the 7. Like, come on.
We can start and stop the conversation with that right there. Well, you can factor in momentum. Actually, we can factor in momentum. And the momentum was on your side because game 7 was on your home floor. So
thank you.
We can factor that in. But add that all up to the fact that after you lost game 6, you guys were shook. You guys couldn't have been more shook than you could possibly be. Of all the teams that you did not want to see in Oakland in game 7, you did not want to see the Cavs come back out there. Y'all didn't.
Oh God, no. And that was our only dream. Our only dream was like, I remember getting on the plane and going out there and yeah, look, Draymond, we know that the Draymond thing wasn't, but like people try and make it seem like it was about that moment with Bron. People forget he almost killed, what's his name? Aquaman. He almost killed Steven Adams the round before. We were all watching the game thinking like he's got to get suspended. We just knew he was going to get suspended for this. Like if you would have asked any of us in that room the way Steven Adams was out and he had an accumulation of technicals. It wasn't like that singular moment is what like caused it. It was like, no, the dude had been a menace all postseason.
Correct. Absolutely.
And so he gets to that moment and it's like, bro, I don't know what you want to do. And we just needed help. And so our whole thing was this. If we can win game 5, it's going to go 7. Because we were like, if we can win game 5, that's when Bron and Kyrie both go to 41. They have that. And our whole thing was this, like, if we win that game and then, okay, cool. 6 in Cleveland, we're not going to win. We're not going to lose. We're not going to lose that game at home. Like, we were just shot out of a cannon almost every game at home. We shouldn't have lost game 4.
Right.
And then game 7, anything can happen, which it did. But it was just like to say that, bro, like, just because you missed 1 game, I'll tell you it helped. I have no problem. I got enough respect for Dre to be like, yeah, though, like, yeah, I have no problem admitting Dre.
I'm not gonna
hell yeah. I'd do it again. However, if that would have been me, I would have acted like I died.
You still had, actually, all the pressure was on Cleveland the entire rest of the series. Every game for them was an elimination game. You still had 2 games to win 1 game. They didn't. They lose, they're out.
Yeah, and don't tell, and like somebody in here said the momentum was lost. Like, okay, you're talking about a team that won 73 games and they were the defending champion with the 2-time MVP. Don't give me some like they weren't ready for the moment or like it started slipping away. Yeah, you got to deal with that.
And don't leave out the fact that they did come back from a 3-1 deficit also. So don't make it sound like these guys don't know about adversity, because they do. Okay,
yeah.
So I'm not buying that logic. So
Thank you.
Dead that right there.
Thank you.
Definitely dead that. Now as far
but that was like Draymond, and I'll say Draymond, and I'm gonna do a live here in a little bit if you want to jump in later. But like my whole thing is like Draymond, come on, dog. That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying. You've never been beat whole. Come on, dog.
16. You were beat whole in 16. Now, as far as Marcus Smart, the best example that I can give you, RJ, is if you can imagine just getting jumped and you don't even know where the punches are coming from. That's what it would have been like with the Boston Celtics playing against the Warriors. It would have been coming from everywhere, and they would have had no answer.
It's like, hey, Marcus, you know your boy Bron that sent y'all home? He put up a 50 ball against those boys in game 1 and took an L. And just think about that. LeBron James, who is going to get the rebounds, he's going to get the assists. You know who he is. You know his name, as KD says. You know what his name is. Absolutely. That boy put up a 50 ball and took an L. Absolutely. Marcus, don't tell me y'all was going to go against that Warrior team and do nothing other than take a sweep just like everybody else.
Right, and that's not my logic, to be honest with you, RJ, because I don't really like to talk about pro teams getting demolished. They would have smoked you dudes. I'm not convinced about it. I'm not thinking maybe, possibly. They would have smoked y'all in 4 games. Not a question in my mind.
Y'all, the only way y'all might have crept in one is if they just were fucking around. That's the only way. That's the only way is if they were just we're fine. This is a good time, right? That's the only way, and that can happen if you feel that confident. But boy, when I tell you what they would have done to them, it would have been like child abuse. It would they should have It would have been more of a. It was
this question, RJ. Where are the points coming from the Boston side? Just to be competitive, where's the offense coming from? Because we got a second-year Jason Tatum. I'm sorry, we got a rook in Jason Tatum. No, we don't even have Jason Tatum.
No, it was a rookie. Was it his rookie year? Was it his rookie year?
We didn't have Jason Tatum yet. Jason Tatum is the year.
No, they did. Yes, you did. You know, Jason Tatum was on that team.
Jason. Listen, they down 3-2. Oh, so you talking about 18? Are you talking about 17?
18. He was saying 18. He said 18.
Okay, so
18, so he's talking about the 18 Warriors. He was talking about the 18 Warriors. They would have beat the 18 Warriors
because KD was hurt. So
no, but he's talking about whole.
No, if we're talking about them being healthy, absolutely.
Hey, well, I don't. Question about okay, let me say this. Maybe Marcus Smart, if you're saying that you would have beat the Warriors without Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant, I'm gonna assume that that's not what you're saying because that's as much as an absurd conversation on their side. So you got to be assuming he's saying that as them whole.
Well, right. So once again, RJ, the first question that I'm asking is where are the points coming from? So because I got a rook Jason Tatum, right? I got a rook Jason Tatum. I got Terry Rozier. I got you, Marcus Smart. I got Al Horford, right? Let's see. Who else do I have on that unit? I got Morris. So are you basically holding us, this Golden State?
Yeah, wait, real quick, OG. Real quick, OG. Listen, y'all got 2.4 thousand people in here. You got almost 2,500 people in, and that like button right there, we got to get my guy OG some love, man. This is the best content. This is the best basketball content. If y'all ain't tapping on that screen and ain't liking on that screen, we gonna dip out of here. All right, I'm just gonna go to my page because my people will show OG the love. They'll start sending coins. They'll start doing all that stuff. I decided to hop in and give OG's people some love and show some love. If y'all can't just be sitting back watching this man's content with that amount of number and y'all ain't even hitting on the likes, then we gonna dip. I'll go to my page. If you're not gonna show my man some respect in his house, then I'm going to go back to my house, okay? Because my people know how to show respect because I'll call them out just like I'm calling y'all out. Because when y'all do this, if y'all mess with OG's content and y'all do this, then what happens is it'll show his page more and more people will see what this man is doing. So don't just sit back and enjoy the conversation. Don't you got to engage with my guy. Right? That to me, see, look, man, the numbers is going up. So this is what I'm saying. Make sure y'all doing it. And some people are prideful. Me, I'm crazy. I'm the same person I am on television. I'm actually reserved on television. I'm a crazy person. So I'll say you knock on, I watched OG a few times and I was like, yo, this man knows his stuff. And then I just jumped in the live to show some respect and love. So if me, the person that does this for a living and gets paid, will jump in and show some respect, y'all better be tapping on this screen. And I'll tell you this every single time I get in here. So continue, OG, now that we have the people's attention.
Now that we have the people's attention, I apologize.
Thank you. Yeah, we went up 250,000 likes, and because you guys, that's how you show love, man. You ain't got to. If you don't got money, you got that finger, and you can, tap it and show my man here some love. All right, go ahead, OG.
So I'm looking at offensively. I'm looking at, okay, but I got a rook Jason Tatum. I got a rook Jaylen Brown. I got Morris. I got Al Horford. I got Marcus Smart. I got Terry Rozier, right? These are the people that are going to score the basketball against Kevin Durant, Draymond Green, Steph Curry, and Klay Thompson. These are the people who are going to score against those guys. So if unless you're going to hold these guys every game to 90, which I can get 90 from Steph, Klay, and I can get 90 from Steph, Klay, and KD alone. I can get 90 from those three guys. So unless you're going to hold these guys to 90,
and look, people have to understand. Now, this is how good the Warriors were in front of everyone else. Draymond is past his prime. Steph is past his prime. Klay is past his prime off two damn near career enders, type surgeries, like ACL and Achilles. You don't know how you're going to come out on the other side of those. Those three guys are past their prime, and they're still the best team.
Correct.
They're still the most clutch team. No one even. So this is the other thing I was going to say. So Jason Tatum right now and Jaylen Brown, they are the highest scoring duo left in the postseason, prior to even in the last round. So they're only averaging 3 more points than Steph and Klay. And for us, we're just used to watching Steph do it, so we're not even shocked. This year, all we're doing is raving about how great Jason Tatum is, which he is. But the fact that, Klay, in his first postseason in 3 years, and Steph, who's 33 now, they are the second highest scoring duo right now. It was Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, and it's only by 3 points. So it's those guys, they're still on pace with being the best as older, broken down guys. And I say that with respect to Klay. Klay knows he's not the same guy, even though that jumper's straight. That just shows you how far advanced they were than everybody else.
Well, we're looking at this Golden State team, and we completely forget that Klay Thompson just came back 3 months ago from not playing pro basketball, not playing in the playoffs or anything playing
nothing.
Pro basketball for 2 seasons. He's 3 months removed from that. So we expect to see him as Klay Thompson, and we're not going to see that. Absolutely not.
No.
Even though he's still really good and they're in the NBA Finals, automatically we assume, these guys are back. Actually, they're not. I think that we discount the road that the Golden State Warriors took to get to the NBA Finals that nobody really wants to have a conversation about.
Yeah, and this is the thing. Look, and wait. And so the one thing I want to talk about here, look, this is not a comment against the Celtics clowns. This is just us having conversation about the movement and the culture of basketball. This is not like a back and forth. This is a culture conversation. I don't care if the Celtics in 6. I think it's Golden State in 7. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But it's not saying that they're better than the Celtics or blah 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 or what. No, what we're saying is to give you guys an example of how elite they were in their prime. That they were that much better than everyone else. That even now, past their prime, they're still on pace with the 2 young future superstars in Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Their numbers are damn near identical.
Well, to give you an idea, I'm 100% confident that in the 2019 season, I think Damian Lillard was first team All NBA, and I think the CJ McCullough averaged 20 a game. They mopped them dudes out of the playoffs. And Steph Curry averaged 36 a game in that series. Swept them dudes right out of the playoffs. And
wouldn't even be close.
We're talking about the backcourt that these guys were, right? So when you're talking about a team in Golden State that's still here, they're on the other side of how good they used to be. They're still viable because they're in the NBA Finals, but they're on the other side of that right now, right? Thank you very much. I appreciate that. They're on the other side of that now. It's a difference. It's a difference, RJ, between who I want to win and who I think is going to win. I'd love to see the Boston Celtics win because I'm a huge Jason Tatum guy. He's my favorite player under 25. I think we're going to have a serious conversation in another year or two about him being the best player in the game because I see the commitment on the defensive side of the basketball, and I think that's going to be the difference. I think that's what's going to catapult him into that conversation. But I just trust those vets in Golden State a little bit more. I think offensively, I don't think that they have enough. And I think that I trust those vets more. And I think athletically, I think Steve Kerr, what he's going to do is he's going to match them. I think Kuminga's going to play more this series. I think Poole's going to play more this series.
I think Grant Williams is going to be big. Grant Williams is going to be big. If Grant Williams plays well, Grant Williams plays well because what Grant does, and he's proved it against Giannis, he can play the small ball big. He can play the small ball big. And he's tough enough to do it, but he's actually a pretty good defender on the perimeter. Now, this is where Steph and Clay are different. Their movement is unlike anything else maybe we've ever seen in the game of basketball. And now you've added Jordan Poole and just a style of play. So while Grant Williams might be very good at guarding and closing out to Grayson Allen, he might be very good to closing out to Patty Mills. Chasing Clay and Steph, that's a different skill set that, like, I know, and it's not a skill set saying that he doesn't have it. It's a skill set, and it's like, we need to see how he's going to do that. Because if he can do it, the Celtics are in a good space. But, like, just, you have to understand, he has been a great defensive big for them this year. A versatile big. You can go small. When Time Lord was out, he would step in and played great. I think he's a huge reason. Him and Al Horford, those guys are the huge reason why the Celtics are here. Right?
There's a certain level of discipline that you have to have when you're covering Klay Thompson or Steph Curry on the perimeter. There's things that you can't give up. There's things that I'm going to have to give up simply because of how good these guys are. But I can't give these guys anything more than they're already going to get. So I have to be honest in terms of switching. I got to make sure that I'm chasing these guys the right way. And a guy like Grant Williams, I can't go fishing because if I'm going to be on the perimeter chasing Steph Curry, I can't find myself fouling him at the three-point line and giving away points because he's going to get points anyway. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give them more. I can't do that.
They're one of the teams that even if you do it right and you have a perfect rotation, you have two of the fastest jump shots you've ever seen, if not the two fastest in NBA history. So even if you're like, boom, 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 rotation, you get to him, the ball is up as it touches his hands. And it just, like Klay Thompson, if you're sprinting to the corner, jumping from a mile away, doing anything you can, that is the purest shot you'll ever see. And it goes in at a rate that's absurd. So it's like, this is the problem with the Golden State Warriors is that even if they do it right, even if you do it right, they can still score. That's where the psychological part of the game starts to come in because it's like, yo, I just chase him around. I chase him around 5 straight times, and he keeps scoring or he keeps doing this. Okay, I'm tired. I'm going to go underneath the screen, which is like, you're now dead. Then they score. Now you're pissed off. Coach pissed off. There's a level of consistent discipline that is it's fucking exhausting.
And to add to that, we're talking about a Golden State team who, when you go on a run, they make back-breaking shots. Well, what do I mean when I say back-breaking shots? I mean, you're down 13 and you just went on a 7-0 run. Well, you turn the basketball over. That's 7. You get a 3 cracked by Steph, goes to 13. Well, you got to rush back to try to get another bucket. You miss. Then Klay cracks another 3. Now it's back up to 16. So they make back-breaking shots to thwart runs. So you have to be completely and utterly disciplined in order to at least have a chance against this team. Your margin of error has to be like this to at least have a chance against these guys.
Well, and this is where one thing, I love to give my people credit. This is where Tristan Thompson will never fully get the credit for how good he was at the perimeter defense. Tristan Thompson, he was an undersized big. Tristan Thompson's 6'8". He's just a big, heavy set dude. And I know, little bad leg. But if you are a basketball fan and you could appreciate what Tristan Thompson was doing as young, very young, 25, 26 years old, what he was doing in those moments, that was absurd. He was chasing people around. He was defending perimeter dudes. He took pride in it. And then he was a load on the glass. He was a roll threat, but he was really on the court because he posed as a big and was a lob threat, but also could guard guys on the perimeter. It's bro, guys like that, and Grant Williams more skilled, obviously, but they're the same type of big body type, can play multiple positions. If Grant Williams can guard on the perimeter, those dudes, that's going to help them a lot.
Well, I'm a huge fan of Udonis Haslem, Horace Grant, Dennis Rodman, Tristan Thompson.
Those type of power forwards.
or you're not winning it without these guys.
Mm-hmm.
For every LeBron James, for every Michael Jordan, for every Kobe Bryant, where's my glass cleaner? Where's my guy that's in the huddle saying,
Yeah, well, yeah.
You score the rest of the points, I'll deal with 24. You score the rest. Who's my guys diving on the floor for loose balls? We're not winning if we don't have Tristan Thompson.
Robert Horry made a living off of those guys. Where's my power forward that's going to hit a shot, make a play, be able to defend in moments that we need? That's why Robert Horry is the beacon of that guy. That's why there was always a spot for him. That's why he has, what does he have, 7 championships? That's why he has 7 championships, is because, Robert Horry was the epitome of that power forward, the Horace Grant, those type of guys. It's just if you don't have one of these guys, and even going back, Luke Walton was named after Maurice Lucas when his dad played with him star players loved that power forward role. I need my power forward that's going to be the tough guy when I need him. He's going to be the skill guy when I need him. He's going to be the D guy when I need him. You know what I'm saying?
Think about the dirty work guy. Think about the dirty work guy in comparison to the running back in the offensive line. That's who he is for him. I just need a guy to block for me, to make holes, right? So the dirty work guy, he's going to do everything that I can't do, and he's going to make my job less difficult. And that's why these guys are so important. When I think about this Golden State Warrior team, I look at these vets, and also too, RJ, and I know that you know the game more than most. Look for a lot of zone in this series. Watch Steve Kerr and look for a lot of zone in this series, because I look at this Boston Celtic team and I could see Steve Kerr baiting them into shooting themselves out of games. I could see him.
Oh, well, because for the Golden State Warriors, they don't mind. Well, they have 2 schools of thought. And again, I'm not going to sit up here and act like I know the Warriors like that, but just playing against them, they have 2 cool schools of thought. If we're going to make this a track meet, we'll bet that we're going to make more threes over 7 games than you will. We will make that bet. And obviously it was unfair with the squad that they had, but they were willing to make that bet. We lose you. Oh, we lost OG.
Did we break it? Did we break it?